My name is Maxine Doogan, and I am the founder of the Erotic Service Providers Union. The Erotic Service Providers Union is for anybody who earns a living from their erotic labor. You could be a exotic dancer, you can be a phone sex operator, you could be a dominatrix or a professional submissive, you can be an adult film performer, could be a webcam performer, which is the fastest growing part of the sex industry right now. So do we have any actual erotic service providers in the crowd who can self-identify? Yeah! Well, thank you, SlutWalk, for having us here. I myself work as a prostitute of 22 years, and hopefully I'll get to work as a prostitute for another 22 more. I really appreciate the organizers for all the hard work that they do today to bring visibility to this very important issue, because being sexually assaulted on your job, or if you're not on your job, is a bad thing, and we all need to have equal protection under the law. And the sexual expression, in any form that we might take it, needs to be protected in the public sphere, and that's why it's really important to come publicly out and stand for freedom of sexual expression. I have to say that I'm more than disappointed in the response from the neoliberal press, who jumped to defend the law student Sandra Fluke for being called a slut, but they didn't defend her for being called a prostitute by Rush Limbaugh. His view was that, any sex that she has, any sex that any of us have, that we engage in either paid or unpaid, is part of the political domain, that we're a part of the political public culture, that our bodies are still public property, and that they can do whatever they want to us whenever they want, and that's not right. And in the eyes of the hysterical, indignant female pundits who said that sluts, are defensible, but yet, paid sex acts, or people who provide paid sex acts like me or like you are not, then that's a form of horizontal hostility. It's a form of horizontal discrimination, and it's a way that, people engage in oppressing us, and that's not right. Because sluts and prostitutes, are viewed as part of being part of the public domain. They think that they can do whatever they want to our bodies, and they can change whatever laws they want regarding our activities whenever they want, because they think they have our best interest at heart, and they don't. So if Joan Jett were starting her first band today, in the U.S., she'd have to call them the traffic victims instead of the runaways, because they use all this traffic victim rhetoric as a means to further criminalize sexual expression and deny us equal access to equal protection, and that's not right. Prop 35 further institutionalizes the rape culture by denying us access to equal protection under the law. Prop 35 wants to further institutionalize the rape culture, as the excuse of rescuing traffic victims, that we have to be arrested first. Oh no, first they have to have sex with us first while they're in the course of arresting us, right? The police get to have sexual contact with us all under the guise of abating human trafficking. That kind of sexual contact is legal in California because it's legal under the entrapment laws. So they get to have sex with us under these anti-prostitution laws, and then they get to arrest us. And it doesn't even matter if we're human traffic victims or not. We all end up in jail, we all end up with criminal cases, and we all get trafficked to jail, and that's not right. What's really egregious in Prop 35 to me, and should be to you, is that Prop 35 broadens the definition of who is a human trafficker and says that even if you don't touch anybody sexually, you can be convicted of human trafficking and forced to register as a sex offender and spend more time in jail than somebody who has actually committed the crime of rape. And that's not right. It completely diminishes the crime of rape, and it completely diminishes the suffering of rape victims, and that is not right. And we should tell these people in Prop 35 that if they really cared about us, they should have come to us and talked to us first so that they could have included us in equal protection under the law. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that because they don't really care about us. They don't care about people who are walking down the street dressed a certain way or standing on a certain street corner who might be caught in a prostitution sting operation. That's why it's important for us to be here today to stand in solidarity